guys, we are back with Read Along with Alane. We are reading The Blue Witch, which is one of my favorite books that I've written. And today we are going to be reading from chapter 2. Now, yesterday we left off with chapter 1, where we learned Abigail was on her way to the Tarkana Witch Academy, and she was going to be meeting all of her professors for positively potent potions and whatnot. And there was this mysterious creature in the bushes, right? So today we're going to pick up with chapter 2, so strap on and hold on. Abigail glumly swirled the spoon around her bowl of porridge. 2 weeks into the term, and she still hadn't made a single friend. It was like she had some kind of contagious disease. If a witchling so much as glanced Abigail's way, Indira found a way to scare her off. A shadow fell over her. She looked up with a hopeful smile, then let it drop. "That's my seat," Indira said. "That's right, it's her seat, so shove off," Glorian added. "Or else I'll be peeling your eyeballs loose," Nellie sneered, waggling skinny fingers tipped with sharpened nails. Abigail looked around the dining hall. There were 2 other empty tables. "There's plenty of space, Indira." "That's not the point. You're sitting in my spot." Abigail sighed. She could argue, or she could move. She got up, lifting her tray, and headed for an open table, but Indira stuck her foot out. Abigail went flying, landing face down in her bowl of porridge. Anger rippled through her, sending strange tingles of energy down to her fingertips and toes. The other girls giggled as she got to her feet. Sticky bits of oats spattered her face. Indira opened her mouth, probably to flap on about how Abigail was clumsy as a blind Sneevil. Before she could think better of it, Abigail grabbed the glass of milk off Indira's tray and dumped it over the girl's head. White liquid dripped down Indira's hair and onto her face, soaking her dress. "I'm going to destroy you," Indira swore. Abigail did the only smart thing. She ran. She flung open the door to the courtyard and dashed down the first garden path she found. Her feet flew so fast, her pigtails stuck out straight behind her. This was breaking one of Madame Vex's big rules. No running ever. But Abigail didn't dare slow down. She rounded the curved path that led to the back of the gardens and skidded to a stop. Indira stood blocking her way. Damp clumps of hair hung over her eyes as she glared at Abigail. Her 2 cronies stood by her side. Glorian cracked her knuckles loudly, while Nellie waggled her sharpened nails. Abigail took a step back. "We're even now, Indira, so just leave me alone." "Who's going to make me? You?" Indira laughed, and Nellie and Glorian joined in, snorting like a pair of Sneevils. Before Abigail could flee, Nellie grabbed her, resting her arms behind her back. "Give her a blast of your witch fire," she urged. "Yeah, singe off one of those braids she's so fond of," Glorian added, lifting one of Abigail's braids. "What did I ever do to you?" Abigail cried, struggling to free herself. "We used to be friends." Indira curled her lip. "Friends? I took pity on a motherless witchling with no one to visit her." She drew her hands in a circle, preparing to zap Abigail, when a strange voice called out, "Stop!" The witchlings froze. The voice came from one of the towering jukeberry trees that grew over the walls separating the Tarkana fortress from the swamps. Red clumps of fruit hung down from their thick limbs. Abigail shielded her eyes to see who it was. A boy clung to one of the branches. He was slender, with a sheaf of sandy brown hair that fell over a pair of glasses. Andera threw her hands forward, waggling her fingers. A tiny trickle of green fire shot into the tree. The boy yelped and then lost his hold on the branch, arms flailing as he landed in a heap at Abigail's feet. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Well, what did you guys think? It's kind of a good chapter. It's not too long. What did we learn? Let's talk about what we learned in the chapter, all right? Abigail has been at the Tarkana Academy now for 2 weeks. And you know what? She still hasn't made a friend. Oh, that's so sad. Hey, if you guys are doing the worksheets, there's a link that you can click, download the worksheet. There's some really great worksheets on friendships, all right? And so Abigail's there, and Dara's not being very nice as usual. And she tells her to move tables even though there's plenty of room. And Abigail does the nice thing, right? She gets up to go only, and Dara trips her, which isn't very nice. And so what does Abigail do? Well, she does the one thing we're not supposed to do when we get mad, right? What do our parents always tell us, or our teachers, when we get mad? To use your words, right? But I don't think that's what Abigail did here. She does something not very nice, and she dumps milk all over Andera. So Abigail, of course, is the only logical thing. She runs because Andera's really, really mad. So she runs all the way out to the jukeberry tree, way out in the gardens. And they're there waiting for her because they took a shortcut probably and got there ahead of her. And Abigail asks a really important question. What did I ever do to you? And I think that's a really important question, trying to understand why we're not friends anymore. And Andera makes something up, but next, they're about to zap Abigail when there's a rustling up in the tree. And a strange voice calls out, "Stop!" And she looks up and she sees a boy she's never met before up in the tree watching them. And of course, Andera zaps him and he falls out of the tree right in a lump at her feet. So I think we're going to learn more about him in the next chapter. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reading of chapter 2. And tomorrow we'll be back with another chapter. We'll be on to chapter 3. And in the meantime, download those worksheets. There's a link in the bio that you guys can click. And in the meantime, stay well, stay healthy, wash your hands, get outside and play a little bit, read some books, all right? And I'll see you guys back again tomorrow. Alane out.